So I was just going through my old magazine and I found this article and it's really interesting. I didn't read the details. It's from 2023, so I think in deep diving I might find it slightly outdated, but it's about the skepticisms on the superconductor supposedly discovered at William and Mary. So basically what happened was they had this superconductor and then tried to use the Meissner effect to prove it, and then the magnet only partially floated. Now what does this mean? Electrons need to collapse into a lower energy state, so beat the Pauli exclusion principle, many of them exist in one lower energy state, like a boson. The Meissner effect is basically explained by a lot of quantum physics that I will be trying to read a lot of books about in the near future, but essentially, for a magnetic field to flow, to resist that magnet and cause it to float, right, not explained classically by Lenz's law. And these electrons, fermions, are basically attracted to each other because of some very complicated things. I think it might be related to quantum tunneling, but that is a guess, so please don't come for my head if that's wrong. Essentially, they are attracted to each other, and so they collapse into each other into bosons, which I'm guessing in some way puts them in a lower energy state, which allows maybe they're collapsing into, if charge is conserved, is what's creating a repulsive force against that magnet, or that's what is creating the superconductivity. If there's no electrons in that band gap, maybe that decreased number density is what reduces the resistance so much. But all of this only applies to low temperature superconductors, but it does provide apparently some explanations into superfluidity, so I'll look into that. Maybe they're collapsing into, if charge is conserved, is what's creating a repulsive force against that magnet, or that's what is creating the superconductivity. If there's no electrons in that band gap, maybe that decreased number density is what reduces the resistance so much. But all of this only applies to low temperature superconductors, but it does provide apparently some explanations into superfluidity, so I'll look into that. This is all summarized as BCS theory. So where these electrons collapse into bosons, they become what is called a Cooper pair, so they're able to exist in one energy state and then move together through the lattice. What happens is that the lattice condenses around each electron, creating kind of this negative in the middle and then a positive kind of shell, which causes other electrons to be attracted to it, so it kind of waves through, and then essentially, because the electrons are in their ground state, it's very cold. This is all looking at cold superconductors. They cannot lose any energy or be decelerated, so if they collide or something, and new Cooper pairs can be formed at any point, so it kind of just waves through like, I don't know, like a light wave. So I don't know if in this case it's that the magnet floated but only partially. The argument here was that the sample of the sample of the superconductor was impure, and that was what caused it to not be able to fully support that magnet. Anyway, in these superconductors, why this makes magnets float is that this effect essentially makes eddy currents, which causes, so therefore there's two magnetic fields, and then they repel each other. In this non-changing magnetic field state, a magnetic field is always generated because there is no resistance. Okay, I've just also read an article by Margaret Harris, which appears that there were attempts to replicate these results, which all fell short. Now, even though this article is kind of about a giant oops, sorry bro, I'm really interested in this Meissner effect business, because there's a lot that I'm not understanding, and the fact that there's even more complicated rules for higher temperature superconductors, so maybe I'll do some more research.